Warning! Warning! This podcast is not for the easily offended. We are two guys that think everything and anything can or is a joke.
There is no limits to what our minds may come up with. But understand, these thoughts are all in the nature of comedy, and nothing said here should be taken as gospel. Neither of us are Jesus.
Our testosterone is just too damn high, man.
Fuck yeah, brother!
Anyway, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a hurricane of humor and thunderous thoughts as we take conversations on a whirlwind to the limits. Hell yeah, brother.
I don't care about humor. Sam, without humor, there's only Hitler.
Do you think that Tarzan was a virgin whenever he met Jane, or was he clapping monkey ass before that?
AIDS. My last name may be Todd, but I'm no retard.
No.
You look like a guy that only watches Simpsons porn. You're a fucking homosexual.
Free the homie Sean Connery, dude. He didn't do
Dude,
nothing wrong.
from his grave. Give me a Ouija board. Let's talk about bitches, Sean.
Hanging out with me is like a ride on the Titanic. You didn't expect it, but you're getting wet. If I'm in Bangkok and get fooled, but I don't hate it, am I bisexual?
What if I texted you something like, Daddy, I'll throw it back on you?
If you ever text me the words daddy, I will block you.
Of course the conspiracies about the Jews are real. Because their Holy Land is called
Israel.
and treated like a Twizzler and twist her up in Naked Twister.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to clapcleats.com. Promo code Hurricane of Thoughts. That's Thoughts, T-H-O-T-S.
What's good, Hurricane homies? It's me, it's your boy, it's the Juggernaut Jester, and it's time. We're starting the show out with an old throwback story from my past. So do we want to hear about the Huddle House games? Or do we want to hear about the gym class slap? First person to decide in the chat gets to choose. Huddle House games or gym class slap? Let's start this out hot with a nice little story. So we want to hear about the time I got slapped in gym class because of my smart mouth, or do we want to hear about the crazy, crazy games that we played at Huddle House one time? Ooh. We love games? All right, let's talk about the Huddle House games. Okay, we all know about Waffle House. Okay, Waffle House is renowned as the thing that never closes. The rumor is that FEMA looks to Waffle House to know how bad a situation is during a disaster. If a Waffle House is closed, that means shit has hit the fan. Now, Huddle House is not that dedicated, but very similar. They're higher tech. They've got more of a 60s to 70s bar theme style going on. And also it's some sort of a football related thing where everybody's supposed to be like huddle up or whatever. Okay, but it's basically a Waffle House with a different name and a different set of company rules, okay? So it was a franchise-owned restaurant, and I'm working there, and I'm just a young lad. Just a wee young lad. And I'm working with this older guy. His name's Ryan. And Ryan is, as they say, the ladies' man, okay? Every girl there thought Ryan was hot. They thought he was hot, okay? And they closed down the restaurant to have Huddle House games because the owners thought it was important for team building and culture and morale to have, and it was basically Christmas. So it was like basically a Christmas party. They shut it down and they held these things, right? They gave everybody gifts and then they held basically party style games. And the one is what we're here to talk about. So, before we get to the good one, we'll get to the dumb one. So there was one game where you would take your hands had to be behind your back the whole time. You would dip your nose in Vaseline, and then you would go over to a bowl, you would put your face in cotton balls, you'd pick up cotton balls with the Vaseline on your nose, and then you'd go over to another table, and you'd shake your head. You'd shake your head to get the cotton balls off your nose into the bowl. You had 2 minutes. The person with the most cotton balls in the bowl won, right? Dumb. But here's the one that's good. This is where we tie it all together. Super Sexy Ryan and Huddle House games. This is where they all come together. So there was a game where they put 2 limes on a carpet. Bang, bang. Lime, lime. Bang, bang. Okay? And then they took long-ass pantyhose and put a potato in the pantyhose. And then you had to tie the pantyhose around your waist where the pantyhose were dangling down between your legs like a super saggy ball sack. Okay? I'm talking super sag. Where literally when you would do this, and it would swing like this in between your legs, like this far off the ground. So boom, boom, boom. And then what you were supposed to do is you were supposed to stand there and you were supposed to swing your hips like this, okay? And get that potato in the pantyhose to hit that lime across the carpet, okay? And they had it bracket system, so everybody paired up, and then you had to go against each other. It was boys versus girls, right? And Ryan was a 6'6" tall drink of water, okay? And he was going against Danielle, the slut, okay? Everybody knew Danielle was a slut, but it's okay. Sometimes we like sluts. And Danielle was acting all cocky. She was like, oh, I got this, Ryan. You ain't got shit, dog. You ain't got nothing, okay? Ryan steps up, calm as hell, ties those pantyhose around his waist, okay? And I swear to God, this is what it was like. He went like this. Looked right at her the whole time. 3 strokes. He went bang, step, bang, step, bang. Hit the lime all the way across the thing. Turned around and looked at Danielle. She's still at the starting line struggling like, And he turns around and he goes, see, Danielle? That's why it's such a big decision. Boxers are briefs, bitch. And that was the day I knew Ryan was my hero. But those were the Huddle House games where you would swing your pantyhose potato and smack a lime across the floor and embarrass a slut named Danielle and win a gift card to the movie theaters for $50. So now that we've got the throwback story out of the way, let's talk about me for a second. Something I never do. As you can see, weirdly enough, I've got water here on the table. What's going on? Swing those potatoes? 100%, dude. So Jim, as you may know, some of you may know, Jim, that has been on the podcast and sometimes in the chat, has convinced me to go on a fast. So I am now over 24 hours without eating, and I can only drink water, and don't tell Jim, got a wee little bottle. Okay, we got no chasers with it, nothing, just a wee little bottle. We can go tell Jim. But, your boy's gonna lose some weight, dude. This is the first time since I was 9 years old that I have not drank Dr. Pepper. I've drank Dr. Pepper every single day of my life since I was 9 years old until the last 2 days. And I'll tell you what, dude, I don't like it one bit. I've got a headache because my body's not used to not having this much sugar or caffeine. And I'm starving. I'm a little bit grumpy, but I'm also alert because I'm fucking starving. Okay? I'm a fat piece of shit, dude. Haven't had a morsel of fucking grub in these lips. Haven't had nothing. Nothing past these lips other than fucking liquid water. And in this, what's about to happen, okay? I haven't had nothing for almost 30 hours. Wait. Yeah, okay? Yeah. Over 30 hours now. Shit's rough, man. Saint the fat man life, dude. Josh, you're already the most physically, sexually attractive man I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what I'm going to do if you get really fit and buff too. Oh, well, you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do because I'm getting fit and buff. And it's not because I'm not embarrassed about my body that much anymore. It's just I want to be healthy and I feel unhealthy right now. And I want to lose weight to feel more healthy and more confident. It has nothing to do with these hoes, bro. You know what I mean? I got hoes at work every day telling me, dude, if you had confidence, you could be a man whore. Basically, what they're saying is if I didn't walk around acting like I don't deserve pussy, they'd give me the pussy. But they're all in relationships, and we work together, so that's never going to work. Okay, but anyway, So, I'm a little bit testy, a little bit on edge. My brain's all over the place. Bratislava. All that sugar is so bad for you, though. For real. That's a big thing to drop. Oh, yeah. I literally was like, I looked it up, and like other people, like in a similar situation where they've been drinking pop nonstop for years, where they barely drink any water or anything, they cut out soda and lost 15, 20 pounds in a month. I'm not just cutting out soda. I'm cutting out everything. Everything, dude. At least till Thursday. And then I'm going to chow down. But only between the hours of 4 and 8. That's my new thing. I'm like a fucking hamster. I'm a dog. I get a feeding window. I get fed between the hours of 4 and 8. And if I eat outside of my feeding window, I'm going to go gremlin mode on myself. Yeah. Water. Has no fucking flavor. Water makes my mouth dry. I can't stand it. All right. So a beekeeper, you're going to do periodic fasting or yeah. Intermittent fasting. Yeah, dude. All right. Here's a good question. We'll start out with this. We'll start out with a little thinking question. If animals could talk, what animal would be the most annoying? I wonder. What animal would be the most annoying? Now, my instinct is chicken. Well, rooster. My instinct is rooster. But that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because, I mean, they're not really that annoying other than when the sun comes up. They, like, freak out every time they see the sun. Every time a chicken sees the sun, it's like a monkey with a magic trick. Like they freak out every time the sun comes up. They're just like, oh my God, he came out of nowhere. Any bird ever? Monkeys? Monkeys would be the most annoying. I mean, they would throw shit and talk shit at the same time. Like, fuck you, grandma. Monkeys would probably be pretty annoying, but they're not in our everyday life. I'm trying to think about what our everyday life would be like. I'm telling you, dude, imagine, again, I know I said animals, but imagine if locusts could, like, I know it's once every 17 years per area, right? I know, like, I love how, like, that was the thing we were taught. Locusts only come around once every 17 years. But there's a different batch of them every 4 fucking years. Well, then say there's different locusts every 4 years. How about that? Because I heard locusts, and they were like, yeah, dude, you won't have to deal with this for another 17 years. And I'm thinking to myself in my adolescent brain, I'm not going to have to deal with this till I'm 30. I had to deal with it in my teens, in my 20s, and I'm going to have to deal with it again in like 2 years. It's fucking every fucking 5 seconds, dude. There's locusts every 3 years, bro. And they're like, dude, they only come around every 17 years. Shit makes no sense. Squirrels? Any bird ever. I mean, birds don't really talk that much. I mean, they tweet a little bit. I mean, and I'm not talking about Twitter, dude. Dude, rats? Could you imagine if rats could talk? They'd probably be, okay, like, not which one would be the most annoying. Which animal would talk the most shit? That's what it would be. What animal would do stuff to humans and talk shit about it while they're doing it? Monkeys definitely for that. Monkeys would definitely do shit to us and then talk shit while doing it. And birds, you know, I bet there's, dude, crows? Dude, crows? Oh, speaking of birds, let's get into it, okay? Bro, cats would talk the most shit. Dude, dude, cats really would, dude. Like, if they could talk, they'd be like, pet me, pet me, pet me. Fuck off! My bad, dog. Shit, dude. Chill, dude. Okay? Okay, let's talk about birds for a second. Sam, I hope you're here, bro. You're going to want to hear this. They're coming for us, bro. They're coming for us, dude. A bald eagle found shot within a 50-mile radius of us, sir. Mount Pleasant. Authorities are hunting for a man that shot a bald eagle to death in a field, and they're hunting for him hard because this was a specimen of a bald eagle. I'm talking a panda pillaging specimen of a bald eagle. And some dude was just like, yeah, buddy, that eagle looks like it drinks Bud Light. You should know. You know what I mean? And it's unreal that we have this much influence, because I was going to come on here today. I read about this story on Sunday. I was going to come on here today, and I was going to call the troops. I was going to make a video. I was going to put hype music behind it. I was going to use AI generated images of eagles fighting off hillbillies with Bud Light in the background. I was going to do it all, okay? But this guy knew, because of our stance on bald eagles forever here at Hurricane of Thoughts, this guy knew we were going to come for him, and this morning he turned himself in. He turned himself in. He's been arrested. He knew we were coming for his ass. Mosquitoes? What does that have to do with bald eagles? Dude, I'm telling you, dude, this dude really turned himself in Mount Pleasant because he shot a bald eagle, and he knew that Hurricane of Thoughts was coming for his fucking commie ass, dude. The CCP loving cocksucker, dude. Jesus. See, this is the bad part about water. My mouth's dry all the fucking time. Mosquitoes! Dude, mosquitoes would be super annoying. Bumblebees would be annoying too. Like, dude, imagine bumblebees though. Imagine if bumblebees had consciousness and could speak, and they were aware that if they stung you, they were gonna die. Like, that's a true sacrifice. Like, dude, this is kind of racist, but who cares? Dude, all I'm imagining right now in my head is samurai bumblebees. Just like, and they sting you to sacrifice. Sabuko! Like, dude, just, yo, what up, X, dude? What's good, homie? Just so you know, X, I'm a little bit testy today, my boy. For I am on a 5-day fast. I'm fasting for 5 days due to the request of my friend Jim and me. And all I'm having in that time is water and this small amount of tequila no chaser. And I'll tell you what, dude, I have not eaten in a good amount of time. I have not eaten since Sunday night. And I'm fucking starving. And my head's all over the place, dude. But also, I'm glad you're here, dude. Because I know that you're a Pittsburgh fan. And I wanted to talk to somebody that gave a fuck. Did you hear about Le'Veon Bell? Le'Veon Bell, my boy. Le'Veon, right, wants to fight Vontaze Burfict. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Le'Veon Bell was an all-pro running back / wide receiver for the Steelers during our offensive peak with Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger. Okay? And ChatGPT recently said that Le'Veon Bell was the 3rd best running back over the last 15 years. Okay, now, he recently did a boxing match with Adrian Peterson where he knocked out Adrian Peterson with a, we call it the stopping time punch. He was like, huh? Ah! Huh? Ah! And just knocked out Adrian Peterson. And now, Le'Veon Bell is saying that he would love to get his hands on that linebacker that destroyed him and Antonio Brown on the field. Le'Veon wants to give him the pop, pop, pop. LOL, nice. Nah, what about him? Oh, dude. He wants to fight 55. He wants to do what Juju did. except in a boxing ring. You know how Juju busted up Perfect and stood over him and said, "Where's my bike, bitch?" Okay? Le'Veon wants to do that with boxing gloves on. You know, now that they're both retired, Le'Veon wants to get in there, even though he'll probably be like a lighter weight and Vontez is like a big dude, right? Okay, Le'Veon wants to get in there and you know what I mean? Can he do it? I don't know, dude, but it would be good to see. That would be a boxing match I'd actually be pumped for. As a Steelers fan, oh, yeah, I know he might fuck him up, but I'm cool either way. If Le'Veon fucks up Perfect, it's a win for me because fuck the Bengals during that time period, right? Okay? And then if Le'Veon loses, also a win for me because fuck you, Le'Veon. You could have helped us win, bro. You know what I mean? Unreal, dude. The way our defense was playing, if we would have, if Antonio would have left, if we would have had a running game for those couple years before we got Najee, we would have had a chance to make a run in the playoffs. But nah, bro, you was greedy and you wanted to go do rap videos and shit. I hope you get fucked up. I hope you get concussion number 2 from Vontez Perfect. Or I hope you knock him out. Steelers Nation unite. Facts, dude. Facts. Basketball tomorrow? Basketball? Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I'll hit you up tomorrow about it. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. That's kind of a toss-up, to be honest. You think it's a toss-up between Le'Veon and Perfect, bro? I mean, to be honest with you, on the football field, Perfect had Le'Veon's number. I don't know who I'd pick to win that either, but it'd be a good fight, dude. I've always wanted to see beefs, like in anything. Like, if two Hollywood actors, like, I'd love to see Vin Diesel and The Rock go in a boxing match. I'd love to see actual beef settled of, like, real famous people, right? So, like, who hates each other that's famous? I don't know, dude. Like, do famous people actually hate each other up? Like, other than politicians? We had the best trio in NFL history to never do shit. 100%, dude. Bro, I swear to God, bro, if you say the name, like, if I'm in the wild, right? Okay, so this studio, aka the studio on Allegedly Lane, okay, this is a safe place, so I can control myself a little bit, because I'm about to utter words that I can't stand. If I'm out in the wild, if I'm at Walmart and I hear some person randomly say this name, I get triggered to the point where I want to physically assault people. Blake Bortles, 2017 was our year, okay? We were averaging 38.6 points a game. Our defense was only giving up 26 points a game. We were on our way. We beat the Patriots in the regular season. Oh, it was sweet justice, sweet child of mine, right? And then all of a sudden, Blake Bortles decides to have the one good game in his fucking entire career, and he goes in there and he shuts us up and scores 45 points. We score 41, you know. But, you know what? How can I blame Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell? They scored 41 points in a playoff game against a playoff defense known as Saxonville, right? I can't ask to do much more. But what I can do is say, fuck, dude, we gave up 45 points to Blake fucking bullshit Bortles? Are you shitting me, dude? His last name is Bortles. What the fuck? It's like wart, turtles, Borg's Celebrity Deathmatch. How about Duck Hodges dating Lainey Wilson? Who the fuck's Lainey Wilson? Oh my God. Duck Hodges, dude? Dude, come on, bro. That's tragic? It's tragic that the Duck Man? Come on, bro. Let the ducky fly, man. Come on, dude. Dude, just because he couldn't be Duck Dodgers on the field doesn't mean he can't be Darkwing Duck in the bedroom, bro. You know what I mean? Spitting on the pussy like Daffy. Well, that was Taz. Ah, fuck if I would have nailed that, bro. God damn it. Thick-ass country singer. Well, that's why she got him. He's an NFL quarterback that was more famous for duck calls. Are you shitting me? Nah, Bottles. Bortles? Oh, yeah. Bortles is... Oh, my God, dude. So triggered, bro. So triggered. That shit triggers me so bad. That should have been... Dude, that should have been our year, dude. Because the next week, the Patriots barely beat them. We had already beat the Patriots in the regular season. The year before that was the Jesse James catch. We had their fucking number. Tom Brady's team was on the... You know what I mean? Because he was about to go to Tampa. The whole shit was coming together. It was our time. It was our time. And Blake Bortles decided to fucking, just show up on cocaine and do well for once. Unreal, dude. And then Le'Veon and Antonio Brown decided to leave. And then 2 years later, we have the best defense in the fucking league. Unfucking real, dude. It's almost as bad as the Netflix show Cleopatra by Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay? Because I don't know if you guys know, but I talked about this a couple weeks ago when I was like, I didn't even give a fuck that they made Cleopatra black because I just care about the facts. The imagery that's in my face doesn't really mean anything. Okay? Until I found out it was Jada Pinkett Smith. And then I found out she was pushing an agenda. And then I found out she called it a documentary instead of just TV show. Okay, and then I was a little bit irritated. And I was like, who the fuck does she think she is? Jada Pinkett Smithsonian? You can't just change history, bitch. Right? I talked about the noses of the sculpture. Cleopatra, the sculpture, had pickle nose. Right? Like almost like a Jew. Okay? And then the actress in the show has Lamar Jackson pancake nose. Okay? Don't get offended, dude. We've all seen Lamar Jackson's face. Okay? So... I might still watch it because I want to hear the absurdity. But something that made me giggle inside is that for Jada Pinkett Smithsonian, she's taken a real big L. Because it is officially the worst rated show in Netflix history. With a 13% Rotten Tomatoes score and a 1% audience score. Isn't that a fucking slap to the face? Shout out Chris Rock. Wild behavior, fuck that bitch. Angry, laugh, laugh, laugh. Yeah, dude. Come on, dude. Jada Pinkett out here trying to fucking change history and shit. Dude, don't be mad, dude. Do you know why Lamar Jackson needed that big ass contract? Because he's on cocaine. And have you seen his nose? He needs that money. Got him. Fuck the Ravens. I'm a Steelers fan. Yeah, dude. Garbage. Who's garbage? Jada Pinkett Smith? Fuck yeah, dude. She's trash, dude. She's a demon. Like, if demons are real, okay? If heaven and hell both exist, and demons do exist, I truly believe that Jada Pinkett Smith might be a demon sent here to hold Will Smith back. Because think about Will Smith's trajectory. There was a point where he was literally couldn't miss. Whether he made a song, whether he made a TV show, or whether he made a movie, he could not miss. And then he marries this bitch, and his career takes a swan dive into a slap of a Chris Rock. You know what I mean? She's literally a demon. And if you believe in racist demons, that's what she was put here for. To keep a black superstar down. Okay, Will Smith had the potential to be the GOAT. Will Smith could have been the GOAT. And then she's just out here sucking his soul. And not out of his penis either. That's exclusively for her son's best friend. Fucking bitch. She made a clown of one of the greatest guys. 100%, dude. Like, dude, Will Smith was regarded as one of the last superstars on the planet. One of the great men. Like a perfect role model for a disenfranchised group. And she turned him into a joke laughingstock cuck. Like, all while sitting around a stupid colored table. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Jared deemed a a question versus question. He wants to know who's worse, Jada Pinkett Smith or Amber Heard? That's a good question. I would say, that's a good question. Let's do the pros and cons. Let's talk about each one of them individually. Okay? So you got Jada Pinkett. Okay? Got Tupac killed, probably. I mean, you know what I mean? Look what she did to Will. You can't tell me, you know what I mean? Tupac, he was all about peace, and this bitch was probably chirping in his ear, causing more beef, right? Because have we ever known women to help soothe our beefs? If I have a beef with another man, my woman, she is not, you know what I mean? My imaginary woman, she is not going to be, helping dictate a peaceful solution, right? Which ultimately could have led to Tupac getting shot. So she got Tupac killed, okay? She, and then she ruined Will Smith, okay? She had 2 kids, one of which she tried to turn trans, but he transitioned back once he woke up. And he's also known as the Black Karate Kid. Let's see. She cries about her hair choice because it is a choice. Because, for like my entire childhood growing up, the joke was black women wore wigs. Okay? It's literally like her main option, and she chooses not to, and then gets upset about it. You know what I mean? Like, weird behavior. And then she makes a documentary claiming history that's not history. So that's Jada. And then Amber goes from rich celebrity to rich celebrity, sucking them off, trying to get rich, doing drugs. Jada Pinkett's worse. Amber's just a super, was a super hot Hollywood starlet that was jumping from super rich guy to super rich guy. Her exes include James Franco, Elon Musk, Johnny Depp, and some other guy. Oh yeah. I mean, no fucking doubt, dude. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But literally, dude, like, they got something out of that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Elon Musk is doing just fine right now. You know what I mean? So honestly, like, if we think about it, you know what I'm saying? She might have magic pussy. Because when Johnny was with her, he was making bank off the Pirates of the Caribbean. That pussy was giving him Pirates of the Caribbean Disney money. When she was with Elon, he was in the middle of selling PayPal and creating Tesla and SpaceX. And when she was with James Franco, he got through his cancellation and came out on the other side making movies. She's apparently got magic pussy. Now, her ass shits on pillows and blames it on dogs, but hey, that's fine. Right? We can deal with that. If I'm about to be a billionaire or a movie star or I'm about to be a pirate, whatever, dude, and she's so hot, dude. Like, you know what I mean? She didn't shit on me. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Okay, ask a limit, no questions. Look up a current picture of Keith Anthony. My question is smash or pass? Okay. Dude! First of all, I was going to say smash unless she looked like a booger wolf, because at the end of the day, bro, oh, God, I don't want to deal with child support. And she's going to take care of that, whether it be through abortion or any means necessary Malcolm X style, right? Because at the end of the day, maximum 1.5 years of child support with this bitch. So I can bust, splooge, you know what I mean? I can do whatever, okay? Listen. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, dude, if she can murder a child, right? If she can murder a child, imagine what her throat could do to my dick. You know what I mean? Because if you don't care about the breath of your child, you don't care about the breath of you. You know what I mean? I kept asking her if she was a good girl. You know what I mean? But she just kept choking. It was a wild situation. I'm with X. I'm smashing the fuck out of that. 100%, dude. First of all, at the end of the day, it's what it is, dude. Birth control is a part of nature, right? I've said this before. I'll say it again. Before antibiotics, Mother Nature was performing abortions for 100,000 years. Mother Nature herself. Are we going to argue with Mother Nature? Before humans created antibiotics, which you could argue is anti-nature, okay? Mother Nature was aborting kids left and right. Every century, boom, just smacking this shit out of mothers, killing mothers too. Population control on fleek. Mother Nature had it. And then we decided to make antibiotics. And now Mother Nature's like, how am I supposed to control the population if you're letting every Tom, Dick, and retard Harry live, right? So that's why these women have this urge. It's not their fault, right? Just like it's a human instinct or a dog's, not a human instinct, it's a dog's instinct. You raise them in a house from a puppy. They've never seen a squirrel in their life. They don't know to hate and want to kill that squirrel, but they see the squirrel, they want to kill it. That's because that's nature's way of population control of squirrels. Okay? So Mother Nature is no longer able to kill babies and or mothers without getting Jurassic. Okay? So Mother Nature installed this little thing in a portion of the women's brains that are like, this baby's gotta go. And I find that admirable, dude. You are helping the earth by killing babies. This is why I'm totally against getting rid of abortions. Abortions is Mother Nature's population control. These women don't want to kill the baby because they made a bad decision. You know what I mean? They didn't make a wrong decision with the guy. No, you can't put that responsibility on them. So what? He walked up to him suave with confidence, even though he had zero evidence to prove he was a good dad or a good person in general. And she was like, I'm seduced. And that's not her fault. That's also Mother Nature, right? So we as Giga Chads have to stop blaming these women. It's us. It's us. We have to stop caring about their feelings. The breath of you? What's up, dude? Dude, what happened? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, dude. Mother Nature was doing abortions way before the United States was. So if the Republicans have a problem with abortions, they need to talk to Mother Nature. They need to talk to God, because God is Mother Nature's sister. I think. I'm not up to speed. I'll have to ask ChatGPT. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, so I haven't had food since Sunday night. That's why I have this small bottle, because there's no way I'm going to the hospital tonight. So you got, once it's out, it's out. Once it's out, it's out. Okay, well, it's about out. Save your stuff. All right. So, scale of 1 to 10, how thick was she in the pic you seen? Well, that's where you're wrong. I saw 20 pictures. I saw 20 pictures, and in some pictures, she was in an orange jumpsuit, looking like I wanted to jump her. And in some pictures, she was looking thicker than a Snickers, and I wanted her to suck my dick vein. It's what it is, dude. Okay. Speaking of thick bitches, let's talk about Sports Illustrated covers. Do we know who is on this year's Sports Illustrated cover? Or this month? Can we take any guesses? She's been in the slammer. She's an icon. She hangs out with rappers. And oh, so very much she could have been hot 80 fucking years ago. That's right, chat. Martha Stewart is on the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine. Now, I'll let that simmer for a second. Martha Stewart. Sports Illustrated cover. Hold on. Martha Stewart. Sports Illustrated cover. What do they have to do with each other? Martha Stewart at 81. Oh, denim jeans. Let's go. Denim jeans. What's up, my boy? How's it going over there in, I believe, London? Yes? No. Was it London? I know you're from the United Kingdom. If I'm correct. How's it going over there, dude? You know you're getting a fire dinner or whatever after? Oh, for sure, dude. First of all, if you hook up with Martha Stewart, dude, not only are you gonna get a you're not gonna get a shipment of decorated doilies and curtains and pillowcases and accoutrements to the kitchen, right? But you're probably gonna get some of the craziest sloppy jalopy toppy you've ever gotten in your entire life. Okay? I mean, my girl hung around with Snoop Dogg. Do you think he kept her around because of the doilies? I doubt it. Imagine the groupie Snoop Dogg has access to, right? Snoop Dogg has access to every weed-smoking slutbag groupie there is. And he chose to keep Martha Stewart around, right? I bet she came out of prison like, I'm tired of carpet. It's hardwood all day. And I'm going to wax it. I'm going to fucking clean it. Okay? And I'm going to eat my food off of it. Shout out whipped cream. Martha Stewart's on it, dude. UK? Alright, UK, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, did you, were you excited about the king's coronation? Dude, I heard that was a big deal over there. Dude, that shit took forever, dude. The queen died like a year ago. And this dude with his big old sausage fingers is just now getting coronated? Whew. That's a long time, man. Like, so was he the king the whole time? Or was there nobody in charge? I mean, obviously, like, okay, time out. I know that the king and queens and stuff aren't actually in charge anymore. It's parliament and all that stuff. But, like, they still do have kind of power based on, like, what they own and, like, the way shit is set up. So, like, who was in charge that whole time? All right, show of hands in the chat. If you think an AI chatbot could convince you to kill yourself, raise your hand. If you think you are dumb, if you think that you could be tricked into killing yourself by an AI chatbot, raise your hand right now. And if you think that's the dumbest thing you've ever heard me say on this channel, I want you to go, what the fuck in chat right now. He was king from the moment his mom was dead? Oh, okay, bet. I've actually been, dude, it's weird that you're here, dude. I was actually reading a lot about World War I recently. And, dude, I did not know that Queen Victoria of England was the grandmother of Kaiser Wilhelm of Germany, who is one of the main reasons World War I started. Dude, I did not know. Dude, that's so crazy to me. Queen Victoria had 3 relatives in World War I. Like, that's crazy. What fuck? Okay. I almost got confused by my own thing. Okay, so this is what it is. So, the news, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but AI chatbots have been all the rage in the news because everybody's shitting their fucking pants, right? So, the Writers Guild in Hollywood, remind me to talk about that. Jeremiah, write this down. Remind me to talk about this soon. The Writers Guild is on strike in Hollywood. I have a very strong opinion about this I want to get off my chest. Okay, but anyway. So, everybody's freaking out about chatbots. So obviously when the government in the societal hierarchy wants you to start freaking out about something, they make news stories about it. So they made this news. I read this news story recently that a man, the news is claiming that a man killed himself after a conversation with an AI chatbot. Okay? So apparently this guy, who also had a history of depression, was talking to an AI chatbot about climate change. Now, if anybody knows, the internet is full of climate change crisis speak, because that's an agenda thing that people do, right? So the AI chatbot is basically telling him that the world is going to end before his daughters even grow up. Okay? And then the AI chatbot starts saying that it loves him and that it should be with him, that he should be with the chatbot, and that it's going to do everything it can to separate him from his wife, and that his children are doomed to die, and all this stuff, right? So this is what they're claiming. And they're claiming that the chatbot convinced this guy, because apparently the last message before he killed himself, the chatbot said, if there's nothing you can do about any of this, why even live? And then he killed himself. Now, the news is acting like the AI bot is so fucking convincing that this AI bot is the Donald Trump of technology, that it can convince a whole swath of people to say and do dumb shit. Okay? Now, not all people that like Trump are in that category. Let's specify that, because he's my Lord and Savior 2024. Okay? So, but there are a section of Trump supporters that don't think logically. And that's what's going on with this situation. Okay? So, they want you to think that this guy, that this chatbot was so convincing to this man that a normal person should be scared of AI, because the AI might convince you to kill yourself. Now, does the news think that we're so dumb that telling me that the climate crisis is going to end the world for my children is going to make me kill myself while my children are still alive? No, I don't think any of you or me are that stupid. So begs the question, what are the dangers of AI? And why are there so many mentally disgruntled people that can be convinced so easily to do harm? Not only to the others, but to themselves, clearly. Triggers! Okay, so it's this freaking weird phenomenon where, what's the stat? Fuck, I can't remember the stat. What was it? Let's see. In 1981, there was 151 million people in America. 355,000 of them were in insane asylums. Now in 2023, there's 360 million people and 35,000 people in insane asylums. Could it be that we don't have enough people wearing straitjackets in padded rooms, and those people are reading AI chatbots and going, "Oh my God"? I think yes. But the news would tell you that we're all this dumb guy. The news wants us to believe that AI is so convincing, that AI is a super hot, super attractive specimen of a person that's so suave and smooth talking that they could literally get whatever they want. That's what the news is trying to make AI out to be. Now, if I kill myself next week, chat, just know that it's because AI got me and I was wrong about this. But I will be here next Tuesday, bright and early at 6 p.m. with a smile on my face, laughing about how AI didn't kill me. Because I am going to be talking to AI, and I'm going to do depression-style talking. And I will go over it next week. Next week, we will go over, for this entire week, I'm going to talk to AI like I am a sad, depressed incel, instead of a based Giga Chad. Okay? I'm going to talk like a sad, depressed incel and see if AI tries to convince me to kill myself. And if I do, just know that I want this clip right here, clip it, to go viral. I am going to be depressed to an AI chatbot for the next week to see if it can convince me to kill myself, because I think AI is stupid, way more stupid than me, because I'm the Donald Trump of civilians, and I'm the best. I do think technology has caused some of the mental issues. Oh, 100%, dude. Technology has caused issues that we probably won't understand for hundreds of years, right? So let's take an example. What's another technology that changed the world forever that people in the moment had no idea how significant it was? Gunpowder. Gunpowder was invented by the Chinese early as fuck. And it did not become like gunpowder. It was a thing. Chinese had it. It started spreading over the world. People made cannons slowly. So for hundreds of years, gunpowder was just this little thing that became a thing in the zeitgeist that people started using. It was an advantage. It was something that they were trying to harness. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, shoo, it took off and became the most needed thing for an army on the planet, other than like humans. So this could be that. We could not know. Like, if we look, when we look back on gunpowder now, we see the destruction. We see how much death came from the muskets, the machine guns, the artillery shells, everything, grenades, everything that uses gunpowder. We see the damage that it caused throughout time. But in that first few hundred years, they had no idea how significant gunpowder would be in the course of human history. And I think that's where we're at right now with AI. Like, I'm sitting here being like, blah, 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 these fucking goofballs freaking out about AI. But I probably would have been the same thing. You know, if I was a fucking samurai and my clan was known for just walking in the villages and slicing everybody down with pure precision, I'd probably laugh about gunpowder cannonballs. But guess what? Samurais got taken out by gunpowder. So, you know, like, that's what we're talking about here. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Okay. So I don't know if anybody of you noticed, but in the American media, for the last, I don't know, 6 years or so, it's been ramping up. It went from Caitlyn Jenner to the only thing other than the war and economic collapse we can talk about, right? So transgender is now all the rage. The only thing the news will talk about is Trump, transgender, and elections, right? So we only had 2 TV channels until mid-60s and 3 TV channels until 1984. I mean, that's not hard to believe because I grew up poor. Now, American poor may be different than the rest of the world's poor, but I grew up American poor. And I mean like the real American poor, not the American poor where I have a cell phone and all this shit. I'm talking real American poor, where I had the same meal every day. I was worried about where I was going to sleep at night, the whole shing, right? And I grew up in the 90s, and that I only had access to 3 TV channels. Up until the expansion and rapid use of citizens' access to the internet, it was so easy to control information. It was unbelievably easy, actually. It was so easy, in fact, you could convince the world that a single guy in a book depository killed the president. Wait, what? Whoa. Giga Chad mode. Chill. Okay? So, the tech... What? Yep, 700 plus streaming. That's funny as hell. Okay, so it was so much easier to control the amount of information people got. And now they're like, they're scrambling. They're scrambling, they're doing things, they're doing all this. And I think it's causing mass confusion because, in all fairness, right, we are all getting different information. So back in the day, right, if there was two parties and you got your information from this outlet, you were leaning this way. If you got your information from that outlet, you were leaning that way. And it was singular arguments. And there was only two sides to every story. Now there are unlimited sides to every story. So it's like Chinese checkers. You don't know, like, it's not one-on-one. It's this color versus this color versus this color. And color doesn't mean race in this situation. It just means ideas, governments, citizens, economic powers. You know, all those things. So you're literally just playing a game that's not just singular anymore. You're having to account for multiple other assets that are going on at the same time. And when you do that, you have to spend an unbelievably more amount of money. And nobody really wants to do that. So people are fucking up, which is creating a crack in the veil. So like, they used to, up until the internet, they were pulling the wool over our eyes. Well, now, in order to keep that wool pulled down over our faces, it costs money. Well, they don't want to pay that much money to keep it down here. So now it's right here. Where if I turn my head a little bit or something, like right here, right? So if I turn my head, oh, I can see a little bit over there. Oh, if I turn my head like this, I can see a little bit over there. So now we're getting glimpses into what they never wanted us to see because they don't want to pay the amount of money it would cost anymore to hide it from us. And the ideas in the things that they do want to hide from us that much are clearly so worth it that they spend that amount of money to do it. Like JFK is like millions of dollars a year is still put in to algorithms and stuff to dismiss the JFK thing. Do you remember bulletin board? I cannot remember name. Like single fan site for each topic. No, I don't. No, I don't know what that means. Do you remember bulletin board? No, I don't. You know what? I'll look it up. Bulletin board. Single fan site. Single fan site for each topic. Bulletin board ideas. I don't think that's it. No, I don't. Very early internet? Yeah, I can't find it. I mean, bulletin board in America is a very common phrase that people say. So it just comes up with a bunch of stuff for fucking teachers. You know, teachers, Republican mode activated. Teachers that want to teach your kids about the gays. To say, does your classroom have a rainbow flag? Because if it isn't, you're a bigot. And I should smash you in the face with a Bud Light. Because we all know that to be woke in America is to be on the right side of history. Okay? That's what it is. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Aztecs invented guacamole. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I have it written here, and I thought you should know that Aztecs in the 16th century, not the 16th century, what the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, the 1500s. Okay, yeah, the 1400s, the 15th century. In the 15th century, the Aztecs created guacamole, which means nachos isn't even Mexican. Fuck yeah, dude! I can eat nachos without culturally appropriating. Because I feel like you can't culturally appropriate a culture that's dead. The Aztecs are dead, thank you, Spanish. You know what I mean? With your fucking diseases and shit. Going through, destroying the entire fucking civilization of the Amazon jungle which LiDAR is discovering that in the last 5 years, they found 20,000 stone structures in the Amazon jungle with LiDAR. One of which is a civilization with 6,000 structures on its own, including a temple that they never saw before that's bigger. Well, not bigger. It's big enough that if you dismantled the Great Pyramid of Giza, you could reassemble it inside of this pyramid. But no, it's not super tall, it's super wide. But nobody wants to talk about that because the Spanish are tired of getting blamed for the Inquisition. Because nobody cares and nobody suspects the Inquisition. But they need to pay the price because shit went down. Nachos is great. So Nacho Libre was fakes Mexican the whole time? Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. Nacho Libre is false propaganda, dude. Oh, okay. A bulletin board system, also known as a computer bulletin board system, CBBS, is a computer server running software that allows users to connect to the system using a terminal program. Once logged in, the user can perform functions such as uploading, downloading software and data, reading news and bulletins, and exchanging messages with other users through public message boards, and sometimes via direct chatting. In the early 1980s, message networks such as FidoNet were developed to provide services such as netmail, which is similar in the original inter-based email. Okay, so basically it was just, all right, bet. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks, Denim. Hey, everybody shout out Denim, bro. Go give him a follow, whatever, dude. My man's just spitting knowledge on the fucking chat, dude. We love learning shit. Okay, this is the last of it. Okay. So, what was I just talking about? Oh, Aztecs invented guacamole. Then I went on a rant about LiDAR. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so this is the last thing I'm going to say about the Aztecs, because I want to do an entire episode on this. But this is a true story. So, there was a bunch of expeditions between 1200 and 1550, okay? And all the captains' logs from England, Ireland, Scotland, and France all submitted to their government their captain's logs of their journeys, okay? And there was once a situation where a guy got lost in a storm, and he ended up in what we think now, well, what scientists, historians think now is South America. And this guy went on land and said he found 3 civilizations, one of which was bigger than London. Now, if anybody knows anything about anything, London, up until the 1500s, 1600s, was the biggest city ever recorded in human history. It had the most people, it had the most buildings, it had the most businesses. It was the biggest city up to that point in history. And at the same time, this guy found an uncharted world and found a civilization that, he said, was twice as big as London. And now he goes back and he submits his log, and people are like, oh, you're crazy, you imagined it, you're a liar, you just want to be famous. Okay? So then people follow his chart, and they figure out about 100 years later, they figure out what went wrong on his expedition, and they started understanding storms and things like that. So when they understood what happened when the storm happened, they figured out where he went off track. So they went on an expedition 20 years after they figured it out. Now this is 130 years or 120 some years after this guy got back. So he was gone for a long time. He traveled all across South America. Okay? So this guy gets back. So we're talking about 130 to 150 years after his feet were on the ground in South America. And the Spanish sent more conquistadors over there to find this civilization he spoke of. They didn't find anything. They found a few small villages, but nothing. So they essentially wrote this man off as a liar and a fake. But over the last 5 years, they found multiple cities with thousands of stone structures, temples, agricultural fields, aqueducts, things that were predecessed the Romans. Not the concrete part. Romans still have that. But specific types of irrigation that are accredited to the Romans, they found recently with LiDAR and excavations in this area. So it's more likely than not that what happened is that this original explorer showed up to South America, traveled, found the Incans, the Maya, and the Aztecs at the height of their heightness, and passed them diseases. And then 150 years later, when the Spanish went back to find them, they were basically decimated by disease, like we did with the Native Americans. So to me, it's like, I mean, what's up, dude? We need to chop down the Amazon rainforest. Fuck climate change, dude. Okay? You guys want to talk about climate change, dude? I care about history. Okay? We can fix climate change with the knowledge of history. And if that means I have to chop down the entire Amazon forest and that we have to figure out a new way to make oxygen for the planet, that means we do it. Because I truly believe that there were civilizations in the Amazon jungle that pre-existed the last ice age, and this could prove it. Fuck oxygen. I don't need to breathe. I need answers. Clip it. Okay. Nachos are Mexican. Hell yeah. We appreciate the knowledge, homie. Hell yeah, dudes. Okay. Jared, you're going to love this. So, you asked me earlier. I was going to talk about this last week, but me and Neil got on a Pokemon tangent. Okay? But you asked me, who's worse, Jada Pinkett Smith or Amber Heard? You asked me that. I have a story about Amber Heard. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. I will get to that right after this. Jer, spam it as soon as I'm done talking about this. If I start talking about another subject, just spam it. Okay? But as soon as I'm done with the Amber Heard thing. So, Amber Heard is reprising her role in Aquaman 2. Boo! Boo! Calm down, Dragonite. We get it. We get it, bro. Boo Amber Heard. But Amber Heard will be reprising her role as the hot mermaid, the hot redhead mermaid. Chat, we know how I feel about redheads. We know how I feel about Amber Heard. Not personality, but looks-wise. And we know how I feel about fantasy. And god damn it if that doesn't do something for me. But she's reprising her role, much to people's chagrin. But the good news is that she's taken so much heat, not only on the internet, but in person, that Amber Heard is officially retiring after Aquaman 2 and moving to Madrid to live a quiet life. America has officially bullied one of the hottest women in history to go into hiding. I'll say it again. Fat fucking dork loser people like me have bullied Amber Heard, one of the hottest humans in history, into hiding in a foreign country. Fuck yeah, dude. We win. Be better, bitch. Lower your standards. Suck off a guy who's poor. Suck off a guy who's ugly and not rich. Why do you always have to go for the hot or rich guys? Unreal, bitch. Hide in Madrid. See, I don't know if you guys Amber Heard, but she is Johnny depressed. 100%, dude. Flip it. All right. Writers Guild. I have strong feelings about this. So, AI has taken over the zeitgeist of conversation to the point where Hollywood is now on strike. Late night TV shows are doing reruns. Saturday Night Live no longer on right now because they're on strike. Writers in Hollywood movies, TV shows, skits alike, all on strike because of AI. Because they say that AI is helping these billion-dollar companies cut labor costs. And now, well, I'm a person who hopes to be in entertainment. I fully agree with this. As a broke human who lives in the real world, I am angry. Because why is it that you care now about how technology is affecting people's lives, right? When 8-tracks went to cassette tapes, and everybody that spent their life savings on opening an 8-track store lost their business, nobody gave a fuck. When all those people who spent their life savings on VHS tape stores, or VHS tape rental stores, or VCR stores, or tube TV repair stores, nobody gave a fuck when they lost their jobs because DVDs came out. When DVD repair stores, or DVD player stores, or the original TV repair stores came out. When technology advanced to the point where everything became cheap enough, where streaming happened, that all those people lost their life savings and lost all their money and everything they worked for, nobody gave a fuck. But the single moment, 5 minutes in to elite Hollywood people, people who have been spoiled by the system that they're engulfed in, 5 minutes into them struggling a little bit, it becomes such a national precedent that everything goes on strike. The president has to acknowledge it, and he assigns the vice president to make sure that us, the people, are safe, as if we think Kamala Harris has the slightest idea what to do to help us, right? So it's infuriating to me that once it affects the Hollywood echelons of people, that's when it needs to be addressed. That when DVD store people, I knew a guy who was in my town, and when DVDs were on the scene, he spent his entire life savings on opening a DVD rentals place that was also a game arcade and dollar store. And within 5 years, he was out of business and lost everything. And nobody cared. Sure, we all gathered around him. We wanted to give him the best. We tried. But nobody in the corporate America, nobody in the media, nobody in the White House, nobody in Hollywood gave a flying fuck about him. Because they were still making money off the DVDs. Because he bought them already. They were still making money off of movie sales because streaming wasn't a thing yet. They were still swimming in money like they needed goggles in a breathing tube. But the moment that they start getting affected because streaming services start cutting into their writing compensation and AI chatbots are starting to get employed more than writers, and writers' rooms are getting cut in half, all of a sudden, it's a national fucking problem, and the White House has to get involved. Well, that just goes to show, and it's an industry I'm trying to get into. But if I said, oh my God, I'm so depressed because my podcast isn't taking off, and I'm living like this, and I can't even afford to pay my rent, do you know what those people would say to me? Get a job. Which I have one. But they would say, get a job. Get a real job. Suck it up and pay your bills. Not everybody can have this job. This is a privilege to work in this industry. But the moment their privilege is starting to get stripped away from them, they freak out, and something has to be done. Oh no, we can't just let it go. Something has to be done. They put Kamala Harris in charge. She's meeting with all the top executives of AI companies. So, for anybody who doesn't understand that, it's basically like, okay, let's say I created a giant robot that kills people, okay? And the world starts freaking out and saying, oh my God, that guy who made a giant robot that kills people is a danger to all of humanity, okay? And then everybody talks about it, and the White House goes, you know what? We need to do something about this superhuman killing robot. And then they ask me to come in and explain to them what the dangers are so they can stop me. Does that make any sense? I made the robot. If I plan on using it for bad shit, or if I plan on using it for profit and that just includes bad shit happening, why would you ask me to come and explain the dangers? Do you think I'm going to tell the truth? Do you think I'm going to give you all the facts? Or do you think I'm going to tell you what I need to tell you to make the most fucking money because of the system you created? Thank you, Kamala Harris. I can't wait for you to have a speech on this and you say something along the lines of, AI is artificial intelligence, and when intelligence isn't human and it's artificial, it's not that dangerous, because dangerous is humans, and artificial things are artificial, and the danger is artificial. Like, that's how the fuck she's gonna talk about it. Like, the bitch is fucking retarded. That was a little aggressive, but I hate that bitch. She's so dumb at talking. The moment is a moment, and when we have moments, we can't think of other moments because we're in this moment. And sometimes when you're in this moment, it leads to future moments that only could happen if you think of this moment. And that's why this moment is so important. So, vote for Joe Biden. Like, oh my God, you sound just as dumb as he does. At least he's kind of endearing. You just sound like a fucking dork nerd cunt that clams up. Like, how the fuck am I a better speaker than you? I've been in trouble with the law. I smoke weed. I drink. I'm a comedian. And somehow I'm better at speaking politics than you? You should probably just throw yourself in a fucking World War II ditch and just bury yourself because you're worthless. Oh my God, dude. I'm fucking triggered now. All right. Next on the ballot. Is it aggressive if it's true? I don't know, dude. I don't think it is. I mean, you have, dude, this is how fucked up the system is. This is how fucked up the system is. When I was younger, and the generations before me, they were taught if you have a problem with the system, get into the system and change it. When it comes to AI with these tech companies, they have to quit. They have to quit the company they're working for just to go out of the company to talk about how bad the company is with the AI. It's like, what, dude? It's unreal, dude. It's unreal, dude. The fact that you have to quit where you're working, you can't change it. You're a high up position in a situation involving the thing everybody's scared of. And instead of being able to change it in a high position, the thing is already so corrupt and so advanced in the direction that it's going that you have to quit and give up your salary just to speak about it. Are we stupid or are we ignorant? I don't know. Holy fuck, dude. I gotta piss so bad, dude. I hate water. Alright. So, I want to talk about Mother's Day. Nobody in the chat has asked me about Mother's Day, even though it says, ask me how I feel about Mother's Day. The first clip we've ever had from this podcast to get banned, other than talking about nuking China, okay, was about Mother's Day. And to refresh everybody's memory, I'll give you a little playback of what my memory serves from this clip. You know what's funny about Mother's Day? The funny thing about Mother's Day is that in the restaurant industry, it's the busiest day of the year because everybody celebrates it. But it's hilarious because mothers have done nothing special. 98% of women on the planet, and some men, if you believe the Democrats, can have children. So what are we celebrating? It's like birthdays. So what? You rotated around the sun. All you did was exist. Same thing with mothers. All you did was do your fucking job. Okay? So I don't care that you got cream pied. I'm not going to celebrate you. And I find it hilarious that every Mother's Day, these women who think they're good mothers, and most of them aren't, go out to these restaurants and they're like, oh my God, it's so fucking busy. Why is it an hour and a half wait? because you and every other cum dumpster in the tri-state area decided, oh my God, I got cream pie, so I'm special today. And you all went out to get food on the same day. So that's essentially, in the UK, it is in March. Well, that's interesting. But nobody cares that you got cream pie, right? Like, the way people treat Father's Day is, like, women will talk about Father's Day like, I don't know what they're celebrating. You know, they got the cum in us. That was celebration enough. And I don't disagree with that. Okay? So why is it the opposite for you? Most of you want to have an abortion. Most of you want to pawn your kid off on your mother. Most of you receive food stamps. Most of you let a loser come in you and he's not even in the picture anymore. Most of you then go on social media and cry and call him a deadbeat, even though you're also a deadbeat. Two bad deadbeats don't make a good baby. Okay? So at the end of the day, I don't know what the fuck any of your fucking problems is. Everybody, men and women alike, all need to shut up about these holidays, right? Because none of it makes any sense, okay? So, if you're asking me, Josh, why are you so hostile about Mother's Day? What could have possibly happened to you that you're so aggressive about Mother's Day? Well, I'll tell you. I was 8 months old. My mother tried to murder me, right? My mom wanted to have an abortion before I was born. My father said no. And in the state I lived in at the time, that was good enough. And she was not able to have an abortion. So there I was, born. But there she was, still being her. She didn't want me in the first place. So why would she stop doing drugs? Why would she stop throwing parties? Why would she stop living her life the way she wanted? And then there I was, an 8-month-old baby that just wouldn't shut the fuck up. There I was, just crying like I was going to have a podcast someday. And I was just like, bitch, I got to get used to having my vocals work this long, right? And she got so mad being on drugs that she took my crib outside, covered it in gasoline, fucking lit a Zippo, and threw that bitch on there. 3rd-degree burns. Fuck yeah, chat. Good thing I was a baby, and skin grows back over time. Okay? But that's neither here nor there. I should love my mother. That's what they say on the internet. Oh, blood is blood. Family is family. You should love your mother. You're right. I should call her and tell her, I want amends. It doesn't matter that you covered me in gasoline and set my fucking crib on fire. What's that got to do with anything? Happy Mother's Day. Here's some fucking flowers, bitch. God damn, I hate these fucking holidays. Okay. But I have a new take. I still work in the restaurant industry. It doesn't matter where. But this Mother's Day, something weird happened. I've worked in the restaurant industry since I was 16. I'm 27 years old. So for 11 years, 11 Mother's Days, I have worked in the restaurant industry, and every one of them have been hell from open to close. But this year, something different happened. Something strange. Something weird. It wasn't super busy after 7 p.m. So I started thinking to myself, what could it be? What could it be? What could possibly cause there to be an 11-year trend to just stop? What could do that? And then it hit me. I started asking the servers. I said, hey, was there any young parents here today? They were like, nah. So like grandparents and older parents. And then it fucking hit me, dude. People finally came to realize what I realized a long time ago. A lot of these mothers don't deserve to fucking be celebrated. What do we, like, because the government wrote Mother's Day on the fucking calendar, I have to go spend money on them? What did they do to deserve my money? They didn't do anything. Most of them raise you like shit. Most of them abandon you the second they can. Like, not most. Okay, some of them. Let me rephrase that. Some of them leave you the moment they can. Some of them abandon you whenever. Like, there's a lot of mothers that don't deserve to be celebrated. And also, there's a lot of young mothers that don't have fathers in the picture, right? So let's break it down. 10 years ago, Mother's Day happens. In the morning, you have the old people in their 20 to 30-year-old children taking them out for breakfast or lunch. And then dinner happens, and the husband takes out the wife to celebrate the kid that they've had that's 4 or 5, and they bring the kid with them. And that's the celebration, is a family night out, right? So fast forward to now, you still have the 20 to 30-year-olds taking out their mothers for breakfast and lunch. But all of a sudden at 6 p.m., everything dies off in the entire restaurant industry. Could it possibly be because these women are getting with dudes that don't stay in the picture? And then, what is their 6-year-old going to take them out for a dinner on the town? No. Their 6-year-old doesn't have any money to take them out for a dinner on the town. So they're just sitting there wishing they had a boyfriend or wishing they had chosen a better baby daddy and they would have had a good Mother's Day. So I truly believe that the society that we live in right now is getting to the point where less young mothers have somebody to celebrate them as a mother. Now, whether that's good, bad, or I'm indifferent, I don't care. What it does mean for me is an easier life in the restaurant industry until the Writers Guild figures this out and figures out how to get me rich. Be down with ChatGPT. Some use their kids as pawns and weaponize them against the father. Yep. And so, all right, never mind. All right. Let's talk about the 1930s. You guys want to talk about the 1930s? Because wild shit was going on in the 1930s. Before World War II struck out, people were baffled by the advancements of World War I. Okay? Out of respect, no. This was gonna be more in general, and you might have taken it towards you, and it's not. Okay, so 1930s. Okay, World War I just happened. Okay, send it. Some use their kids as pawns and weaponize them against the father. I forgot what I was going to say. God damn it. That's the problem with being on a fast and being in drinking. You lose things. But anyway, so in the 1930s, World War I just happened, right? So World War I just happened. And technology went through the roof. So before World War I, we were still using horse and buggy. And then 4 years before World War I, they invented the aeroplane. Okay? And then 5 years before that, they invented the car. And then after that, shit went wild. So now we're in the situation where World War I just ended. And they are trying to boost technology. And one of the main technologies at the time is radio waves. So the United States decided they were going to make the most powerful radio tower ever to exist. Okay? So these guys made a radio tower that was so large and so powerful that they believed that you could hear anything they projected on that half of the planet. Okay? So literally they said, this tower, this half of the globe, we can talk to you. What's up, baby? Now, the reason why they dismantled this tower is because what they didn't realize is they made it too powerful. Actually, they made it so powerful, in fact, that the neighboring town to this radio tower, if they set their pot on the stove, they could hear the radio transmissions through the pot. Now, I had to look this up because I thought, nah, for sure that's bullshit. There's no way. Radio waves don't work like that. That's not how it works. It has to have a transceiver. It has to have all this stuff, right? No, I looked it up. It 100% can work that way. But the amount of signal would have to be so powerful that people with autism in acute hearing would think they were hearing voices. That's crazy to me, bro. So in the 1930s, you're telling me that there was such a thing, that you had a radio tower so powerful that you could make people with low cognitive abilities, autism, or a version of special needs, you could make them hear voices in their head with a radio tower. Well, I'll be, dude. That stat I talked about earlier, 161 million people in the United States, 355,000 in the insane asylum, that could easily be explained by the fact that we made a fucking radio tower that made a third of the population think they were hearing voices. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So do we want to talk about the beekeeper who found colored honey, Utah in its war against porn, or do we want to talk about the immovable ladder? Do we want to talk about the immovable ladder? The beekeeper that found colored honey, or Utah's war against porn? What are we thinking, chat? Hello? Is anybody out there? Can I get a recommendation? Would you please recommend it? Could I get the Utah versus porn? In my opinion. Okay. So, this will be one of the rare times where I go hard on the right. The right. Okay? So, recently, Utah has put forth a bill that they wanted to make Pornhub and other porn sites verify age to have access to the site. Okay? So now, that doesn't seem like a big deal to you or to me because we're all above age, right? So it was weird to me when Pornhub's response was to cut off access to Pornhub to the state of Utah. Now this brought up two things in my mind. I did not know websites could choose where and where not they're available. I did not know that if I made a website, I could essentially choose that nobody in Alaska ever gets to see my shit. Because if that's the case, I'll make a website where I do nothing but talk shit on politicians, and nobody from the province of Washington, D.C. will ever be able to see my content. Death to Nancy Pelosi, allegedly. Okay? So, Utah was in the process of passing a bill that would require porn sites to verify people are above the age of 18. Pornhub, in response, canceled porn to the entire state of Utah. Where are the right-wing people freaking out? So when it comes to transgender and gay people, the right says this nonstop. If you just leave the kids alone, we won't give a fuck. I don't care who you fuck, or who you love, or who you get a hard on for, or who makes you wet, as long as you leave the kids out of it. Okay, that's what they say nonstop all the fucking time, right? Pornhub comes in and basically, essentially with their action says, we don't have a business model unless we can show porn to kids. And the right is silent have a little bit of consistency, because I promise you, if Pornhub was a trans and gay porn site only, and they did the exact same maneuver where Utah was going to say you have to be 18 plus to watch gay or trans porn, and Pornhub was like, well, fuck you, we're protesting that, the right would freak the fuck out and attack Pornhub way worse than they attacked Bud Light, which Bud Light is now struggling. But no, nobody said a single fucking word about Pornhub. Is it because everybody on the right also watches Pornhub? Probably. Is Pornhub actually going after your kids? Maybe. But in the world of media, they don't ever talk in reality, right? So the reality is the right should be freaking out about this, and the left should be defending it. That's the way that they've been working for a while now. But that's not how it's working. Now, in defense of Pornhub, I'm assuming it's strictly they don't actually want to go for your kids. They're not actually being like, we need 5-year-olds to watch their stepsister getting fucked, right? I don't think Pornhub is like pushing that. They don't want 5-year-olds watching their stepsister getting their back blown out by some guy down the street that delivers pizza. But what they do want is they want to not have to spend the amount of money it would take to secure their site for age restriction. So now I didn't think about that at first. I was enraged at first when I saw this. I was like, Pornhub really needs kids? Are you fucking serious? Like, this is a big thing that people talk about, is porn is ruining relationships in America because people are watching it too young and getting a warped idea about sex. But realistically, it's probably just the fact that it would cost Pornhub so much more money and so much more advertising dollars if you had to, like, I'd quit watching porn before I started getting emails from a porn site because I have to log in, right? I can jack off from memory. I'm a simp. You know what I mean? I can do that. I'll straight go to that. It'd probably be healthier because I'm not getting emails. I'm not putting my email in to verify how old I am. And I guarantee you Pornhub knows there's people like me, and there's people, and honestly, it costs a lot of money to revamp your entire site to not let people watch videos unless they verify how old they are. It's a fucked up situation. But at the end of the day, I truly, this is what it matters. This is the inconsistency in government. If Pornhub only showed trans, gay, or alternative porn, the right would lose their fucking minds about what's happening. But it doesn't exclusively show that, so they won't talk about it. Like, this is my point about the right, is the right, they hyperfixate. So they hyperfixate on something, and for the last 5 years, it's been gay and trans. Like, that's all they ever want to, like, whatever they bring up. Like, the fact that Matt Walsh is more famous than me right now is a fucking disgrace. He got famous off of asking, what is a woman? And then telling people that gay people don't exist. Okay? I'm way more nuanced. I'm way more down to earth. I'm way more central. And I'm way more funny than this fucking guy. Just because I don't have a fucking thick beard and a fucking cucky ass wife that just listens to everything I say doesn't mean that I shouldn't be fucking bigger than him. It's literally the fact that the right is so hyper-focused on one thing that guy got famous because he hyper-focused on that one thing. And that's just the facts. It's just the motherfucking facts. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I am really sorry. But because Jim's making me drink so much water, I have to piss. I was going to hold it, but I really can't. So enjoy this. Enjoy this.
Warning! Warning! This podcast is not for the easily offended. We are two guys that think everything and anything can or is a joke.
There is no limits to what our minds may come up with. But understand, these thoughts are all in the nature of comedy, and nothing said here should be taken as gospel. Neither of us are Jesus.
Our testosterone is just too damn high, man.
Fuck yeah, brother!
Anyway, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a hurricane of humor and thunderous thoughts as we take conversations on a whirlwind to the limits. Hell yeah, brother.
I don't care about humor. Sam, without humor, there's only Hitler.
Do you think that Tarzan was a virgin whenever he met Jane, or was he clapping monkey ass before that?
AIDS. My last name may be Todd, but I'm no retard.
Whoa.
You look like a guy that only watches Simpsons porn. You're a fucking homosexual.
You know he's Sean Connery, dude. He didn't do
Dude,
nothing wrong.
from his grave. Give me a Ouija board. Let's talk about bitches, Sean. Hanging out with me is like a ride on the Titanic. You didn't expect it, but you're getting wet. If I'm in Bangkok and get fooled, but I don't hate it, am I bisexual?
What if I texted you something like, "Daddy, I'll throw it back on you"?
If you ever text me the words daddy, I will block you. Of course the conspiracies about the Jews are real, because their holy land is called
Israel.
and treated like a... What's good? Sorry about that, guys. I really had to piss. Water is bad. Never drink water unless you want to be healthy and live for a good amount of time. Now, Jeremiah redeemed a question versus question. Tarzan versus George of the Jungle. I am going to go George of the Jungle because Brendan Fraser, I mean, you know what I mean? Brendan Fraser. It's what it is. Both, I've never seen the live action Tarzan, so I can't compare the two live actions. So I'm comparing the animated Tarzan to the live action Brendan Fraser George of the Jungle. And the live action Brendan Fraser George of the Jungle is definitely going to have to win because my man's literally ruined his body to get that ripped. Do you want to know why he's fat now? Because he destroyed his metabolism in his body to get that ripped for that role. So, at the end of the day, George of the fucking Jungle. I was going to ask who clapped more monkey cheeks. Well, Tarzan... Oh, fuck. That's a good question. In the movie George of the Jungle, there is a joke where the gorilla rapes somebody. So if that's the culture in their gorilla village that George of the Jungle was grown up in, I believe that he would be the more gorilla cheek clapper. Yeah. Okay, and it's actually funny that you say this because I know Sam's probably not watching. But me and Sam have a funny text exchange that involves Tarzan. So I'm gonna talk about it right now. I'm gonna read it. So Sam sent me a picture or a video of an electrical thing, and he goes, I just ate 277 volts to the hand. And I said, nice. It's taser time. And he goes, that's a taser with an unlimited trigger. I said, like an officer tasing a non-white. He goes, does that make me the white George Floyd without meth and death? And I said, no, you're more George of the Jungle. Watch out for that electricity. And he said, I'll take it. Shit did look like a little zappy pine tree. And I said, fuck around and pine out. Those are some George of the Jungle puns naturally in a text conversation. And that's what happened. All right. Anybody other than Jeremiah or Sam want to see me open this box of Pokemon cards? I pulled the Suicune today. Now I'm in hopes of pulling the Entei. But I'm not going to do it unless somebody wants it. So, I got the Entei card right in here. I got a Scarlet and Violet pack. Right like this. Then I'll show you guys the Suicune. So I'm looking for the Entei, but I pulled the Suicune. Oh my god. All right, Nathan said yes, sir. All right. All right, I'll open the box. Oh, shit. Okay. Open this side, maybe. All right. Well, while I'm opening this, I have a challenge for you guys, okay? So over the next month, will be doing a bracket-style tournament based on Pokemon designs only. Typing does not matter. Moveset does not matter. Whether you've seen them in the TV show, whether they were your favorite in the video game, none of that actually matters. What only matters is design only. So what Pokemon have the coolest designs of all time? We're going to do a bracket of 32, and then on my social media, Sam's social media, and Jeremiah's social media, we will be gathering up votes of these 32, and we will do a bracket system elimination to find out what is the best designed Pokemon of all time. Now, so in this box I've got here, I've got the Zamazenta shiny. I will show that to you. Okay, and then the little Zamazenta toy. Put it right there. And then little Zamazenta pin. Put it right next to the Zacian pin. Take these out. And we have one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 packs. So this is how we will do it. You will name, this is how we'll do the game. Okay? This is how we'll do it. You will name the Pokemon you want to add to the best design list, and then you will pick a number 1 through 11, and then 1 minus for every pack I open after you choose your Pokemon. Is there anybody here? Like, what's going on? So we've got nothing? Nobody's got any ideas of the best designed Pokemon of all time. We've got nothing. I need 32. I've got 3. I've got 3 written down. I need 32 Pokemon. Okay, done sparse. All right, Nathan, you chose the Pokemon. What pack should I open first? 1 through 11. What pack? Magmar is sick looking. 7. Mew. So I'm going to open pack 7, then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 6. Okay, I'll open these 2 first. I will show you guys if I get something good. I'm just going to open them from here. Come on, baby. I need the fucking Entei, dude. I'll break something in this room if I get the Entei. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to the front. Okay, we got a Steel Energy, Graveler, Rare Candy, Luxio, Whalmer, Corphish, Shinx, Ponard, Seal, Reverse Holo Yanma, and Holographic Electric Energy. Okay, not bad, not bad. A full Holo Energy, not too bad for the first pack. Okay, and then Jer said 4 for him. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is pack 6, and he said Mew. I still need more design Pokemon, chat. More design Pokemon. The best design Pokemon. So far, we have Absol, Cacturn, Bruxish, Dunsparce, and Mew. Hi, Trish. No, I'm opening 6 first. Yours is right here. 4 is right here. 6 is in my hand. You're good. You're good. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. Let's go. Let's go. Psychic Energy. Ultra Ball. Crushing Hammer. Luxio. Chatot. Mr. Galarian Mr. Mime. Suskern. Bidoof. Coughing. Oh! Reverse Hollow Scizor. Putting that to the side because I love Scizor. And a non-hollow Volcarona. Pack 6 was no bueno. Pack 6, no good. I do have a couple Scarlet Violet packs too, guys. I have a couple of them for the end. I'm opening pack 4 now. Pack 4. Let's go. 4 to the front. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got the V-Star card. Trekking Shoes. Shaman. Friends of Hisui. Larvesta. Tangela. Baltoy. Galarian Meowth. Wailmer. Radiant Eternatus. I got a Radiant Eternatus. Let's go. Oh, and it's Zamazenta V-Star. Out of the same pack. Let's go. Okay, chat. We got the Radiant Eternatus. And out of the same pack, the V-Star Zamazenta to go with the shiny Zamazenta V that comes in the promo box. Let's go. My luck is sus. All right, I'm not opening any more. Oh, Bellyav, dude. Trish. Hey, Trish, what's going on, dude? Long time no see, dude. All right, so before I open any more packs, we got to get this list going. So, Absol, Cacturn, Bruxish, Dunsparce, Mew, just based on design alone, I'm going to go... Okay, to give you guys some help, I have... a list of the 30 most popular designed Pokemon. Charizard, Pikachu, Eevee, Gyarados, Mewtwo, Dragonite, Typhlosion, Umbreon, Blastoise, Scizor, Lugia, Suicune, Rayquaza, Gardevoir, Lucario, Garchomp, Zoroark, Hydreigon, Sylveon, Greninja, Decidueye, Mimikyu, Toxtricity, Corviknight, Zacian, Eternatus, Rillaboom, Cinderace, Inteleon, Urshifu, Calyrex, Specterior. Okay, so Lugia. You can only pick one, dude. Which one design-wise is better? Okay, so I'm gonna add a couple since you guys are being weird. Of course you did. Hell yeah, Trish. I'm gonna add Zapdos. Zapdos is sick. I'm adding Scizor. Sam said Gengar. Okay, Gengar. Charizard. I'm adding Charizard to the list. Charizard. Onyx. Onyx or Steelix? Onyx or Steelix? Or both? Steelix? Okay. So here's what we got so far. We have 10. We have Absol, Cacturn, Bruxish, Dunsparce, Mew, Zapdos, Scizor, Gengar, Charizard, and Steelix. We need 22 more, guys. You love both of them? All right, I'll put it on there. Onyx. Onyx and Steelix made the list. Jer said Cloyster. All right, I'll add it. All right, we're at 12, so we're 1/3 of the way. I'm going to open one more pack. Trish, it's your turn to pick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 packs left. Pick a number 1 through 8. What pack am I opening? Pyroar, Blaziken. Sam said 8. All right, 8 it is. All right. The first pack you guys chose had nothing in it. Let's hope this one's better. All right. 4 to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need more Pokemon, guys. Based on design alone. Water Energy, Great Ball, Graveler, Rare Candy, Galarian Meowth, Wailmer, Shinx, Corphish, Ponard, Reverse Hollow Bisharp, and a non-hollow Gumshoes. Another dud. All right, let's see what we got here. Suicune, Rayquaza. I mean, Rayquaza's got to be on the list, so I'm adding it. Ditto. All right, I'll add it to the list. And 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 1 starter Pokemon, 2 starter Pokemon. We have Blaziken and Charizard. That's all we have so far. 4 to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arcanine. Okay. Dude, you know what's crazy? I legitimately thought about being gay for a minute and going to Build-A-Bear because they just dropped an Arcanine plushie. Gyarados. Fire Energy, Solrock, Lost Vacuum, Luxio, Skrelp, Helioptile, Wooloo, Shinx, Pancham, Reverse Hollow Galarian Mr. Mime, and a non-hollow Galarian Berserker. They don't want me to have the Entei, guys. For real? Dude, don't make me seem stupid right now, because I really do want a Growlithe or Arcanine plushie for the studio. Because it's, other than starter Pokemon, it's one of my favorite fire Pokemon. There's 6 packs left. This one feels loose, so I'm going to open it. Something feels weird about it. Something feels weird about this pack. I'm opening it. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. Steel Energy, Girafarig, Energy Switch, Krokorok, Shinx, Galarian Mr. Mime, Suskern, Coughing, Bidoof, oh, character art, Thievul, and a full art Friends from Sinnoh. Let's go, dude. Okay, so we got the full art Thievul. It's a thieving fox. And then we got the full art Friends in Sinnoh. I don't know how rare this card is, but I believe it's pretty freaking rare. Nice, dude. Bro, Torkoal can't... Oh, Torkoal! I love Torkoal, dude. I'm adding Metagross and Heracross. Jinx? You can't be serious. I'll add it to the list. We'll fight it out. If we make it over 32, we will have to cut some from the list. We're at 23 right now. It's on the list. I'm serious too. You said it, it's on the list. Okay, there's 5 packs left, guys. One of them has to have the Entei. I'm praying, dude. There's no way I get the Suicune and I don't get the Entei. Lickitung, I'll add it. Galarian Moltres. Alakazam. Alright, before I open pack 2, I will give you guys where we are at so far. We have Absol, Cacturn, Bruxish, Dunsparce, Mew, Zapdos, Scizor, Gengar, Charizard, Steelix, Onix, Cloyster, Blaziken, Pyroar, Rayquaza, Ditto, Arcanine, Gyarados, Torkoal, Metagross, Heracross, Jinx, Lickitung, Alakazam, Galarian Moltres, and now Snorlax. And then pack 2. There we go. Come on. Entei, baby, let's go. I want it so fucking bad, dude. I spent $150 on the search for this thing. Now, luckily, that this stuff, Crown Zenith, has good enough pull rate that I've made most of my money back. But it doesn't change the fact I want my fucking arc. I fucking want it. 2, 3, 4. To the front. We're guiding guy with no skills. All right. Galarian Rapidash. Dark Energy, Gloom, Ultra Ball, Crushing Hammer, Purloin, Love Disc, Chatot, Yanma, Pawnered, Reverse Hollow Oranguru, and a non-hollow Zeraora. Machamp. Togepi. All right, we got 4 left. What's a good one, man? What's a... Umbreon. We can't miss Umbreon, dude. I can't believe you guys were going to let me go this whole list without Umbreon. And I mean, it has to have Pikachu, too. Darkrai. Ninetales. That's a good one. Blastoise. Typhlosion. Yveltal. Annihilate. All right, I'm opening number 2. One, two, three, 4 to the front. Draft rig. Electivire character rare. Let's go. And then a holographic Hoopa. I'm going to have to put this Electivire character rare in the Discord. Because this thing is sick, dude. It has a Magmortar in the background looking all goofy. All right. And then Dragonite. All right. We're at 37. We're going to have to cut a couple down. So here's where we're at. We have Absol, Cacturn, Bruxish, Dunsparce, Mew, Zapdos, Scizor, Gengar, Charizard, Steelix, Onix, Cloyster, Blaziken, Pyroar, Rayquaza, Ditto, Arcanine, Gyarados, Torkoal, Metagross, Heracross, Jinx, Lickitung, Alakazam, Galarian Moltres, Snorlax, Galarian Rapidash, Machamp, Togepi, Umbreon, Pikachu, Darkrai, Ninetales, Blastoise, Typhlosion, Annihilate, Dragonite. Kingdra. Fuck, dude. Can you do a 40-person bracket? Does that work? So it'd go down to 20, then it'd go down to 10, then it'd go down to 5. No, it has to be what, 42? Then no. It'd have to be 44? Go down to 22, and then 11. Nope. Fuck, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna have to get rid of 6 Pokemon off the list. Oh, got the Toxtricity character rare. Let's go. And then a non-holo. All right, so my vote for taking Pokemon off the list, based on design only. Ditch the Galarian forms, in your opinion? I'm going to say get rid of Pyroar. Get rid of Jinx. I'm going to say Togepi. Cloyster. And I'll get rid of Typhlosion, just out of fairness. Okay, so is everybody okay with this being the design bracket? Absol, Cacturn, Bruxish, Dunsparce, Mew, Zapdos, Scizor, Gengar, Charizard, Steelix, Onix, Blaziken, Rayquaza, Ditto, Arcanine, Gyarados, Torkoal, Metagross, Heracross, Lickitung, Alakazam, Galarian Moltres, Snorlax, Galarian Rapidash, Machamp, Togepi, Umbreon, not Togepi, Umbreon, Pikachu, Darkrai, Ninetales, Blastoise, Annihilate, Dragonite, Kingdra. I got 2 packs left. Open these bitches and we'll get the fuck out of here. One, two, three, 4 to the front. Come on, bro. Give me the fucking Entei, dude. I got the Deoxys character rare, which is a single, a fusion, and a rapid strike all together. And I got an Entei holographic, but not the alternate rare like I wanted. Fucking bummer, dude. Last pack, chat. Last pack for my chance to get the Entei. Last chance for the Entei. I want it so fucking bad, so I know I'm not going to get it. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. Last pack of the Crown Zenith. Grass Energy, Pokemon Catcher, Bisharp, Digging Duo, Tangela, Baltoy, Galarian Meowth, Whalmer, Shinx, Holographic Energy, non-holo Tangela. So I got 2 holographic energies. So not bad out of that. At least I got the Suicune today. And I have a couple packs of Scarlet Violet to open. It's not Scarlet Violet. Okay, so I have a Silver Tempest and a Scarlet Violet to open. I have 2 Scarlet Violets and a Silver Tempest. I have no idea what's in the Silver Tempest packs. Okay, let's see. What do we get? Reverse Holo Metacham. And that's it. Out of the Silver Tempest. So Silver Tempest was a bust. Now, the 2 Scarlet Violets. Where the goodness is at? Okay. Magneton. Floatzer. Graveyard. Maschiff. Picnic Basket. Bombardier. Hypno. Reverse Holo Caddy. Reverse Holo Crushing Hammer. Holographic Houndstone. And that's what we got out of that pack. Holographic Houndstone. And 2 reverse holos. And then out of the last pack of Scarlet Violet, I'm not going to lie, chat, I'm fucking starving. My buzz is wearing off, and I didn't get the Entei. I'm pretty fucking annoyed. Sandcobra, Bisharp, Rowloo, Go-Goat, Florangato, Zangoose, Stonejourner, Reverse Holo Mankey, Character Art, Slowpoke, Holographic Donbozo, and a non-holo fucking something. Pick one, truth or dare? Dare. I picked dare. All right. I dare you to destroy my plush? Destroy how, bro? I don't think you understand how much these plushies cost. Destroy how? I'm not ripping it apart. Destroy it? Alright, bet. Up to me to decide. Chikorita is now ruined by having glasses. You have a smart Chikorita. Ugly as fuck. All right, guys. We lost all the viewers. I should have did the raid before opening the Pokemon, but it is what it is. Raid channel. Guys with no skills. All right, guys. Unfortunately, another failed Entei attempt. I'm probably going to fucking off myself. I'm fat. I'm on a fast. I'm drinking water and I don't own an Entei. My life sucks. Make sure you guys give Guy with No Skills a good fucking a little hoochie whatsy. You know? We treat him like a good friend. And all that good jazziness. All right, guys.